Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Aries. This could be Aries anywhere in your birth chart. Cross-watchers, you're welcome as well. Flip the roles however you see fit. But everyone, please only take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, the information on how to book one is down below in the description box. Alrighty, Aries, we're going to get into your reading. We're going to begin with the tarot dice, and then we'll tap in with a few additional decks. This part's going to be a little loud, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe, what is going on in Aries energy? And what is it that Aries needs to know at this time? Okay. Okay. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Wands is getting ready to come in, right? It's almost there. You are headed towards some kind of victory here. You are getting ready to cross the finish line, and this is bringing in some kind of balance for you. I feel like you have overcome. This could be an individual, it could be a habit, it could be a thing. You have overcome something here that was really debilitating, something here that really had more control over you than what you had over it, but you are getting ready to cross that finish line. This tells me that you have been putting in a lot of hard work and a lot of effort here, and you're about to be recognized for your efforts. Some of you guys could have been dealing with the Capricorn. I do have Pisces here as well with this Hanged Man sideways. So I feel like in order for you to combat the situation, you've had to go about looking at things in a different way. You're definitely receiving some kind of recognition. It could be a medal, it could be an award. Or just people looking at you like, wow, look at this new Aries that's walking in. I can't believe that they were able to, I want to say, get back control of something. Like you got something here, like ran afoul is what it feels like. Maybe this could have been a person, it could have been boundaries, maybe the ones that you hold within yourself with certain things. But this is restoring some kind of balance, because to me the Six of Pentacles is always the act of justice playing out, but this is also the energy of ask and you shall receive. And sometimes, Aries, you know, you guys are a little strong-willed, and sometimes it's difficult to ask for help. But I feel like you were able to get through something. I feel like you did most of the work, but you knew when to ask for help. And that was a part of maybe even you fighting with your own self. We have the King of Cups reversed. The King of Cups reversed is strong Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. But this is definitely an individual here whose emotions are all over the place. Somebody here who could even be unemotional. Somebody here who plays emotional manipulation, like those types of games. Somebody here who's very selfish, very self-serving. Somebody here unwilling to confront their own truths. Strong masculine energy here. Either way, I feel like you have put somebody in their place. This could even been you putting the devil in its place, right? Putting the devil in your shoulder on their place, right? We have the Five of Wands here. There's definitely been a little bit of competition. Maybe this could be... No, don't shoot the messenger. This could even be like maybe you felt like you were competing with others or even competing with yourself. Right? Because sometimes we have a vision, we have an idea of what we want, but sometimes our feelings don't match that. Either way, you're victorious here. You're also going to be receiving something with this Six of Pentacles. You're receiving something physical for all of your hard work, for all of your effort, for breaking free from something here that was restricting you, that was tying you down, that was holding you back. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. I feel like... Ooh, this could have even been an individual here that might have even taken advantage of you in some kind of way. Maybe you were in some kind of a state here where you were healing, where you were recovering. I feel like you're dodging a bullet because I feel like maybe a part of this as well is no longer feeling sorry for yourself about what has happened in the past, but recognizing, you know what I know now, and now you can set new boundaries. There's something here about discipline as well. You're more disciplined now than what you were before. It's like you're coming out stronger and more empowered than you have ever been. We have 6-6 here. 66. You could be seeing that number a lot. Wow, we have temperance as well. This is about transmuting the energy. This is about taking those lemons and making lemonade. It's about also moving forward after some kind of ending, but embracing the transformation, embracing this new you. I also feel like you guys are coming out of a situation here where you might have been facing some kind of detour. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely been a reevaluation of a plan. But now that you know where you're going, and now that you know what it is that you want, because maybe you're coming out of a cycle or a period here where you had to find out what you didn't want, who you didn't want to be. But now you're bravely moving forward with this Knight of Wands. Strong Sagittarius energy here. You could have that somewhere in your chart, or you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. But you're moving forward, full steam ahead, passion's relit. You know what it is that you want now. You're receiving recognition. Victory is yours. Balance is yours. I even want to say justice is going to be yours. Maybe part of the problem was even feeling like you weren't worthy of something. And we attract what we feel and what we think. But this new era, this new timeline for you, I really do feel like you have shifted into a much more positive timeline. That is beautiful. It's like you kicked the devil in the nuts. Whatever that devil was to you, it could have been a habit, it could have been a substance, it could have been a person, it could have just been an old idea, an old way of being. I feel like you have roped in your own ego and have taken out other people's egos in the process. You know, it's given like Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes. Like, you just ran around slaying every little demon and devil that came at you, even if that meant killing the one within yourself. But I bet that you're proud and happy that you did, because you're being able to move forward. You have transmuted the energy. You are the change. You created this change. Congratulations, Aries. 6-6. I'm going to look that up. Six is a significant and profound message sent by the universe. It serves as a reminder of the importance of balance, love, and nurturing in our lives. It's also a sign of balance, harmony, and love. It is a positive message from your angels that you are on the right track. You're on the right track, Aries. You are on the right track. You are on the road to victory. Amen to that. Universe, tell us more for Aries, please. Wow, that's beautiful. We have rejection, we have victim in the reverse, we have completion, and we have perseverance. This came out sideways. It's giving me the energy of you push through, even though you may have not known at the time what it is that you were doing, but you push through anyway. And then finally you started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. There could have been a lot of rejection here around you, or you might have been feeling like you were rejected from something, but I feel like that's because somebody here was trying to trick you out of something. or they were trying to make you a victim. This is somebody here who did not want you to believe in yourself. Maybe you were told no so many different times by so many different people. This is giving me the energy of people did not believe you. People did not believe you, maybe because you didn't believe in you. Down to like the molecular level. It's one thing to say out loud, you know, this isn't fair, but it's another thing to really truly believe that you were deserving of justice. There is an ending here with this completion. I feel like the old you is dead and gone. Some of y'all could have Capricorn in your chart because they also got this completion card. I would highly recommend watching that reading. It should have been posted before this one. But either way, you have pushed through the rejection. You have pushed through. You're like, you know what? I don't care if people believe me or they don't. I don't care if these people didn't want to help me. Some of you guys can even have been under heavy spiritual attack. We have perception. Somebody wanted to dim your light. They wanted to change your point of view. They wanted to stop you from creating. This could even be individuals who recognize that you are a manifester, that you have the ability and the power to create your own reality. Universe, tell us more for Aries. Renewal. Wow. That's transmutation. That's that temperance. You have renewed yourself. You have renewed your energy. You've found the light that was within you, the light that they try to shutter. They can't never get rid of that light because that light is yours. Your spark is yours. We have complacency and gratitude. You have been very humbled by this experience here. And I feel like this experience also taught you who you can trust and who you cannot trust, and the type of energies that you actually really want to connect with. If anything, I'm really feeling like now what happened, it was kind of like they did you a favor because they pushed you to be the best version of yourself. It's giving you this attitude of like, you know what, I'll show them. I'll show them what I'm made of. And that's exactly what you're doing, Aries. Universe, give us a final card, please. We have growth. This completion has brought upon growth. Some of you guys could even be glowing at this time. You know, your roots run deep, right? Even though the outside, right? Because sometimes there are some plants that may look like they're dying on the outside, but their roots run deep. Somebody did not count on the fact that maybe you would replant yourself into more nutrient soil. And we have wisdom. You have acquired wisdom throughout this, and you're going to be able to use this. There's a miracle headed your way. I also feel like a part of this victory was you needing to get out of your own way so the universe could show you truly how beautiful and amazing and how deserving you actually are. They just needed you to take those first few baby steps. They needed you to walk down that road. And you did it. And maybe you didn't even know it at the time what you were doing, but everything that has happened has led you right to this moment. Universe, tell us more, please. Universe, tell us more for Aries. Sudden wealth. Somebody was trying to block you from sudden wealth. We have main female. Somebody did not want you to feel like you were the main character of your own story. That was part of that spiritual warfare, that psychological warfare, right? Those tricks that the devil plays on us. Somebody wanted you to feel like you were a secondary character in your own story. And I feel like you took that shit back and you're like, my name's on the cover. Your name is on the cover of the story of your book, Aries. Not anybody else's. You. You took that pen back and you were like, nah. I'm gonna write my own story. And this is leading you to sudden wealth because you didn't give up. You didn't give up. Even when you felt like you were alone, you continue to push through. Because you alone are more than enough. People wanted you to feel rejected in this world, but at the end of the day, your birth, you coming into this world, that's your golden ticket. That was the permission slip that you needed. The only one that you need. Universe, tell me more for Aries. You're going to be receiving some kind of sudden wealth, finances going your way, being spiritually blessed. Universe, tell us more for Aries. We have occupation. Some of you could be going down some kind of new job or starting some kind of new endeavor here. You're definitely putting in a lot of work towards building something. Great fortune. That's what you're doing. You're headed down the path of great fortune. Maybe you're going to be even able to make an occupation out of what you went through by spreading your story, by helping others overcome what it is that you've overcome. Maybe that's the bigger picture that God, Source, the universe wants you to see. Even though it had to happen the way that it did, He didn't want you to be weakened by it. He wanted you to be empowered by it so you can empower others. This is beautiful, Aries. Universe, give me one more. We have Lovers. You're finally connecting with people who are on your same page, your rightful soul tribe. And we have High Honor. You are receiving some kind of high honor here, Aries. For those of you that are single, right, maybe you felt like you were never going to find someone, you're going to find them. For those of you who have lost, family, and maybe you're stuck with not stuck with chosen family, but maybe you always felt like, am I going to find somebody that I can call like family? Yes, you are. Are you going to get friends that actually are on your same level that don't want to use and abuse you? Yes, you are. And this is also brand new contracts, brand new karmic soul contracts. Something here to do with the house and unexpected income. Some of y'all could be receiving money here, unexpected income that's going to allow you to buy a new home, move wherever you want to move, do exactly what it is that you want to do, planting down new roots. This is being stable, right? This house is firmly embedded into the ground by its foundation. Gated and protected. Wow, this is so beautiful, Aries. I kind of don't want to ruin it by pulling out the What's the Tea deck, but we're going to figure out what is the tea, what else is going on in your energy. Because I don't want anyone to mess this up for you. Universe, what's the tea? Somebody here is talking shit. They're talking shit because they hate your spirituality. They hate the fact that you made it through this. Let them talk. Because now something is, it's like a blowback. It's being sent right back. Because it didn't work on you. So now they must live with what it is that they conjured. Universe, what is the tea for Aries? What's the tea that Aries needs to be aware of? A jackpot. You're getting a jackpot. And a romantic love affair. Ooh. Somebody here is played out. This could be somebody here who was maybe upset that they couldn't have their way with you. Even if you are single, maybe you rejected somebody and they just didn't know how to handle it. Or maybe you're in a relationship and somebody here thought that you would be their secret lover and you were like, no, I'm not that kind of person. So they decided to attack you spiritually, psychologically, try to do things here to stop you from receiving your jackpot because they know the type of soul that you carry. They know what your essence is able to create. Somebody here is played out and rejected. Played out and rejected. You took a closer look at something. Somebody here was also all up in your business. You're too busy winning. Yes, you are, Aries. You are too busy winning. Universe, tell us more for Aries. Carlos. You're receiving a jackpot. Somebody here who couldn't get you to be in a romantic or secret love affair, or they were just jealous. This could even be somebody here who was jealous of maybe even of the relationship that you have, how close you and your spouse are, how close you and your partner is, how close you and your friend is, how close you and your family member is. Take this however it resonates for your situation. But now shit's being taken away from them because they were only able to win because you were down. They were like siphoning your energy, like trying to swap roles in a way by having you as their victim. But now that you're no longer a victim, now that you are a survivor, they have to pay up. They have to pay up. I didn't even pull out the tarot. Somebody here is talking shit. They're all in their head, and they want to come back kissing your ass. But this is somebody here who's really, really into you, and they want to offer you a dirty offer. Please, be very careful of somebody coming back to give you a dirty offer, somebody that you left behind. Tell them to go kick rocks. They want to come in kissing your ass. Yep, 7 of Swords. You're not falling for that shit anymore. You're not falling for that shit. You are highly guarded and protected at this time. You are on the right path. Somebody here is seeing that you're on the right path, and they want to try and knock it down. They want to steal your crown. They want to steal your victory. Absolutely not. Universe, tell us more for Aries. Interesting. They're kissing ass and they're talking shit. Well, their mouth is full of shit because they're always putting their mouth on people's asses. I said it. Should nickname them Bidet at this point. Universe, tell me more for Aries. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Something here is going to be happening really quickly. Page of Cups. Strength reverse in the 10 of Wands. It's definitely been a long, difficult road here. Somebody here, excuse me. They want you back. They want you back on that little post. They want you tied where they can control you. They don't like the fact that you overcame what they did to you. No, they don't. This is somebody here who's needy. This is even somebody here who feeds off, right? You being in that victim mentality, like, oh, why did they do that to me? Da da da. Like, that's maybe how they were even getting their energy, which was even twisted. Because maybe it made them, I don't know, feel better. Oh, see, this person's attacking me. Aries is coming after me. You know. This could have even been somebody here who held some kind of authority or some kind of title, and they felt like they were better than you. So they were like, you know what? Let Aries be a victim of what I did to them, because that's still going to power me up. Because I can degrade them and say that they were wrong, and I can, you know, use my title and throw it around to make you feel even more insecure. Man, F whoever this was. Really. I mean, they're learning the hard way now because shit's being taken away from them, and it's all being given to you. Because what they've accumulated, they mess with the wrong one, Aries. Is what I'm feeling. They mess with the wrong one. Because I feel like your spirit team is on this. I literally just saw, like, a whole bunch of ancestors, a whole bunch of souls just carrying swords. And they're like, you messed with the wrong one. You got people fighting on your behalf. Universe. Six of Swords reverse. Three of Swords, Queen of Cups reverse, and the Four of Cups. Somebody... Justice in the reverse? They were only creating some kind of injustice, trying to tip the scales in their favor. God's not going to let that happen. God is not going to let that happen. What goes up must come down. They were trying to cause you some kind of heartache. They wanted you to feel sad and miserable with yourself. They wanted you disconnected from your intuition. They didn't want you believing in yourself. And they wanted you to miss out on opportunities. But I don't think that, see, because this is coming out last minute. Somebody here does not want peace. Somebody here is trying to win at all costs, even if it means taking everybody down that they have wronged too. So not only did they wrong you, but then they try to blame you for it. That's not going to slide. It's not going to slide. It's not going to work. That's why they want to come back, kissing your ass. Maybe that's why they want to make a dirty offer here. You know, somebody here could want some kind of settlement now. Last minute, like, you know, like by approaching you, by trying to give you this apology, be like, here, I'll give you this, but you are deserving much more than what that dirty offer they're trying to give you. Seven of Pentacles, there's that Six of Pentacles. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. That balance, that equilibrium, what is yours? Somebody here was even trying to sway the justice system, the legal system, maybe for some of you. They wanted you to feel like you were never going to get this. Absolutely not. We have death. That's endings and new beginnings. This new you is even more ferocious, even more strong, and a force to be reckoned with. Universe. Tell us more for Aries, please. What lies beneath for Aries? Investigating. There is some kind of investigation here. Whew, there's a recording that somebody does not want to come out. Something here has definitely been recorded. Somebody here was trying to keep you a secret. They were trying to keep what they did to you a secret. But their plans, their shit is falling apart. They're receiving their karma. They're being treated the same way that they treated you. And now they want to run away from their problems because shit is falling apart for them. All because they try to keep what they did to you a secret. But what they didn't know was that somebody here was keeping a close eye on them. Something here was recorded. There is some kind of evidence here that is coming to light. Something about maybe even a class action. Right? Maybe this person has to defend themselves against more than one defendant. Or, you know what I mean? Accuser. The police are definitely involved. The police know what's up. The police have all the evidence that they need. They've been investigating. Somebody here could have been undercover. Maybe there's been multiple reports. They know they fucked up. That's why they wanna come in and kiss your ass, because they know they fucked up. Because they know that you're gonna win. They know you're headed towards your prosperity era. That's really what this is. You're entering your prosperous era. You have shifted timelines. Wow. Universe. Tell us some hidden secrets, please. Tell us the hidden secrets that Aries should know about. We have intuition. Trust your intuition at this time. Divine Feminine. I feel like you need to tap into your creation powers at this time, and I feel like you are. You're neutralizing something. Universe. We have family, chemistry, influences, and divine feminine. See, somebody here wanted you attached to some kind of influences, or maybe they were trying to use something against you. It's like this person couldn't have you where they wanted you, so they were going to try and blame you and say that, maybe for some of you, maybe you overcame some kind of, substance issues or whatever. Maybe you were addicted to something, some kind of escapism, and that could even just be the feeling of feeling down, like sorry for yourself. Somebody really wanted you stuck on that influence. But they didn't think that you would be able to transmute this energy. And something here about family. You have been very, very protected by your family. Fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. They wanted to make you unworthy or less than or undeserving of a family, or being a part of a family, or being happy within your home and family. Yeah, see, obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. They wanted you to be withdrawn. They didn't want you to heal. That's the only card that's reversed in this deck. That's interesting. They didn't want you to heal. They never thought that you would escape. They wanted you trapped. They wanted you trapped to what they did to you. Well, now they're going to be trapped. Their hands are going to be tied. Hopefully they're tied right behind their back. The police are involved. Somebody could even be being arrested. Universe. Tell us more for Aries, please. A curse. I knew it. Escaping and trapped. They can't escape what is coming for them because you are no longer trapped. You broke some kind of a curse. It was only about time. Somebody wanted you to repeat a cycle. They could have even been trying to repeat this curse, this black magic, or even just trying to keep you stuck in a negative mind state. But it didn't work. That spiritual warfare, that psychological warfare, them using their title. Because what if they do it to other people, it now becomes a pattern. And that's what the police know. They're going to connect those dots. Your commitment here is being renewed. Some of y'all could be getting married. You could be getting into new partnerships, getting into new commitments. Committing to new friends, committing to new workplaces, committing to the new you. And something here is going to be shocking. Something unexpected is happening. Somebody here is in trouble. What you put out. Be very careful with what people put out, especially if they don't know what they're doing. I feel like somebody here was very inexperienced and they did not know what they were doing. And they thought that they could just cover it up and sweep it under the rug. But no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We have rejection. Somebody's going to know what it feels like to be rejected now. What it feels like to be in isolation. What it feels like to be dismissed. They're going to be shaking in their boots because of the mistakes that they made. 33 on the timer. There is going to be some kind of sudden realizations, understandings, and awakenings. The truth is going to come out, and you are going to be victorious. All because you grew. Remember I was talking about trees earlier? Right, trees. I was talking about plants earlier. Like maybe it looked like you were almost dead from what could be seen, but they didn't check on your roots. And look at this. A new tree is starting to form out of the carcass of an old tree. You may have been down, but you are not out, Aries. They wanted you to have mixed emotions. They wanted you to be messed up. This could have been a masculine type of energy. This could have been a man. Somebody here who was clingy, obsessive. This is somebody here who's hypersexual. And this doesn't even have to be somebody you were even intimate with. This could have been somebody in a professional setting who's just nasty and gross. Universe. This could even be somebody here who didn't like your belief systems. As somebody here who could have had a different background than you. Universe, tell us more for Aries. We have summer. We have reunion in the reverse. This person will never be able to come back into your energy, never be able to treat you this way again. They know that they have been blocked. That's why they want to come in and kiss your ass, because they know that they're blocked. This is somebody here who is definitely a karmic in your life, meant to teach you some kind of a lesson. And something here is happening by summer or through summer. You're going to see progress and goals. Setting new patterns for yourself. Somebody wanted you stuck in your south node. Again, with this feminine energy, divine feminine. Very intuitive, very nurturing, creative. Somebody wanted you to be stuck in victim mentality. They wanted you to be wounded and insecure because they didn't want you to tap into your creation powers. Right? The feminine energy is the one that takes that seed, and she's the one that nurtures it, cares for it, takes care of it, and grows it. You are a part of the creation process. Somebody here thought that whoever this masculine is, they thought that they were the only one that could provide and that could give. But they disrespected. This could even be something here that was like sexist. Like this could have been a man that you were dealing with, maybe in a professional setting or however they were, that just felt like they were better than you because you are a woman and that maybe your word didn't matter. Universe, tell us more for Aries, please. We have karma and thoughts. Karma and balance. Things are going to be balancing off. Cause and effect. Everybody here had a choice. Everybody had a choice. You made the right choices. Now somebody wants to make things right. I don't think they're going to make things right. I think that, they've been blocked from your energy. They don't even probably know where you are. And it's something here, it's like, it's too late for them to rear their ugly face again. What's being made right is through karma. And now somebody here is feeling trapped, all in their thoughts, overwhelming. They're now feeling the exact same way that you felt. And that curse that they set out for you, it's now theirs to bear. Because now that it's no longer sticking on you, we have family and foundation here again. You are going to be very, very secure and get ready to celebrate. Something about a new home as well. You're making new commitments. Expansion, Jupiter energy. It's all about action, adventure, new opportunities, and fortune. They cannot stop. They cannot stop this jackpot that is heading your way. Congratulations, Aries. You, going back to that Buffy the Vampire Slayer energy, you slayed this demon, dug their grave, and stuck them in it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Congratulations. I think you've overcome something that most other people, it would have just taken them out. And maybe that's the energy that was sent your way. They wanted you out of the picture. We're going to use the Scrabble tiles. We're going to see what comes out. You can take this as additional messages, confirmations. But yeah. It's going to get loud for a hot moment. So if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume again. Universe. Somebody's name could be Val or even Mel. Universe, any final messages and confirmations here for Aries, please? Somebody's name could be Gia. I just heard Chia. We have the numbers 24, 60. These numbers can mean something to you personally. They could be somebody's age, somebody's birth year. I really hope somebody from 1960 wasn't coming at you. That makes them how old? 40? 65 years old? Like, really? Like, aren't you supposed to be enjoying retirement? Somebody here could be getting ready to enjoy retirement, or somebody could have even been trying to deny you of your retirement. Take that however it resonates. Something here about Pip. Pip. I don't know if somebody here is British. Pip. Something here about Oregon. We have the number 89. I'm sorry, that's 68. The number 44. The number 97. The number 23. We have the number 7. Someone's name could be Tess, Tessa. Something here about LA. Somebody could drive a Tesla. We have the number 69. We have the number 59. Someone's name could be Pam, Pamela. Something about rojo. Maybe somebody here speaks Spanish. I mean, that means red. Somebody wanted you to see red. Somebody wanted you to be constantly angry or something. Something about Hona. Hona could mean something to someone. Someone's name could be Joan, Joanne, Joanna. Something here about a tavern. Someone's name could be Raven, or something here to do with a raven. We have the number 6. Something here about a DO. Something here about a doctor. A DO is just, it's somebody who also goes to medical school. It's a different type of medical training. They just do an extra year on top of medical doctors. Somebody here mostly focused on family medicine. Something here, someone's name could be Dre, or something here to do with a dreidel. We have J.O. Maybe somebody here does that a lot. They like to play with themselves. Somebody here is gross. Somebody here could be caught doing this. Being very obscene. Actually, that's the number 9. We have the number 14. Somebody who did something for the Fame. Or maybe the movie Fame, the musical, I think. Something here to do. Someone's name could be Vin, Vince, or something here to do with a VIN number. We have AA. Maybe somebody here went to AA. You could be an AA, or something here about YouTube. Something here about TikTok. Something here about a loom. Or somebody's name could be Lou. Or something about Lululemon or something. Something about a loom. That reminds me of the 3 Fates. Like, somebody here was thinking that they could have control over your life, that they could weave your life. Or something about Fruit of the Loom. Someone's name could be Sam, Samantha, Samuel. Someone's name could be Jeff, Jeffrey. Something here about a jet. I don't know if somebody here wants, like I said, wanted to be famous. They wanted the fame, or they like to live the expensive lifestyle, or you're just going to be jetting off to new adventures. Somebody here could be Hebrew, or they speak Hebrew, or they know how to read Hebrew. Something about a U-Haul. Maybe. I don't know, maybe somebody was trying to rent some kind of space, or they were... Or you could be moving, you could be renting a U-Haul. Someone's name could be Bonnie, or something to do with a bonnet. We have LA here again. Someone's name could be Jamal. Someone's name could be Jamie. I could spell it like I do, or the other way, or Jaime. Could be Jaime, if they're, you know, from Hispanic descent, or Jaime if they're Portuguese. Something here about an elf. Something about, isn't the elf like a makeup brand or something? I'm getting with this too, it cannot just only be Oregon, but somebody here wanted you to feel like it was this or that, but you can have both. Something here about AT&T. That's been coming out a lot lately. Something about the cell phone provider or the AT&T company. Something here about a pet. I don't know if somebody here was trying to spy on you with your pet. Something here about your body. I don't know. Maybe somebody was fascinated with your body, or you've been doing work on your body. Something about an auto body. Someone's name could be Tez. Someone's name could be Quinn, Quentin. Something about a seminar. Or a senator. Something to do with a senator. I think I spelled that wrong. Something here about high def. Maybe something here was caught on high def. Something here was caught in HD. Something here about Yoda. I don't know, maybe somebody here is a fan of Star Wars or something. Something about a pet peeve. Could be a pet peeve. Something here about down by the bay. Maybe you live by the bay. Something here about essay. Maybe somebody here was trying to get you essayed. Oh, people are gross. Something here about a holiday. Maybe the Holiday Inn. Somebody's name could be Sal. Something about bay leaves, maybe. You can burn bay leaves. They're really great for protection and manifesting. Something here about a GI doctor. Or something here about the I can't even say the word. Something about the upper GI or the lower GI. Something about the GI. Someone's name could be Cena or Shane. Something here about a Rove. I don't know, maybe somebody who drives a Range Rover. Something here about a trove. A treasure trove. Something here about a tow. I don't know, maybe somebody here is going to get their car towed. Maybe it's being repossessed. Somebody here could be a tow truck driver. Something here about Rumi. Or Rammy. Or somebody here could drive a Dodge Ram. Someone's name could be Rue or like Hu. Someone can say like oi, oi vey. Someone here probably thought that this was going to be easy. Something about a trowel. Or a trolley. Something about ASMR. Something about amor. Maybe somebody here could be of Latin descent. Amor. Again, Hispanic, Portuguese, even Italian maybe. Amor. Amor. Something here about somebody's view. Someone's name could be Nate. Something here about PS. I don't know, maybe somebody here feels like they have more to say about a situation, but I don't think you care. Something about ham. I don't know, maybe something about pigs. I don't know, maybe somebody here is a pig. Maybe they're trying to claim that you were a pig and that you did something upon yourself. I think they're just piggish. Someone's name could be Jericho or Jerry. Someone's name could be Wendell. Or somebody could work at Wendy's, or someone's name could be Wendy. Or something here about Wednesday. Something here about Pennsylvania. Someone's name could be Pat, Patrick, Patricia. Something about ESP. Maybe you have ESP. Maybe they didn't want you to be connected. Bonnie here again. Someone's name could be Wen. Something here about Adele. You're getting Adele. Oh, sorry, I couldn't resist. Something here about a vet. Maybe somebody here is a veteran. Or you're a veteran. Something about an easy pass. I don't know if that's a thing in other states, like to help you, I don't know, like pay tolls. Something here about a rave. Maybe somebody here goes to raves a lot, or like they like to parlay in that kind of lifestyle. Something about G's. Maybe somebody says like, oh geez. Someone's name could be Fallon. Someone can go by the nickname V. Somebody here could be Bi. Someone's name could be Sarah. Something here about bees. I don't know, maybe something here about honeybees, or somebody wanted to be the queen bee. Someone's name could be Gino. Someone's name could be Nell or Nellie. Nelia. Someone's initials could be JD. Something about somebody's birthday. Something about a B-day. Maybe they didn't want you to make it to your next birthday. I don't know. We have IT. Maybe somebody here works in IT or they're really good with computers. Someone's name could be Justin. Justine. Somebody here thought that they ate. I don't think they did. Oh, my cat found where I keep my bracelets. Something here could be Erie or something here about Lake Erie. Something here about an EV, an electric vehicle. I have Zate here. Or something here about fate. The fate is taken over. Something here about a zoo. Maybe somebody here thought that you were one of their pets, one of their animals that they could just cage, or that you were someone that they could cage. All right. We're going to close this off with an affirmation. Oh, something about ammo. Maybe somebody was trying to fire shots at you. Or this could be somebody here that likes to parlay. They like to practice their Second Amendment. No judgment here. America. Universe. Something about the shooting range. Or maybe they didn't think that you would be such a sharp shooter, like spiritually wise. Universe. Please give us an affirmation for Aries. We have friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make somebody's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. Somebody wanted to rob you of your smile. Now they want to come back and kiss your ass because they realize they couldn't do it. Maybe you need to tell this person to F off with a smile. You know, like, bless your heart. Universe. Please give us a final message for Aries, please. It's 11:44 p.m. Universe. Final message for Aries. Please give us a final message. Thank you. We have drive. 14 breaking down to a 5. Excuse me. Confidence as well as unity of purpose and control are desirable. Ganesha urges you to think about getting back to the basics. It's a great time to lighten your load or simplify your life. You may have had a tendency to overextend yourself or overcommit to social activities. Cut back on your schedule so you can zero in on something that you are called to do. This card indicates new motivation or inspiration if you have been feeling stuck in a situation or finding a solution. Rest assured the energy is going to start moving again. You do not have to choose to go alone on your path. Make sure that if you do, bring others with you, that they have the same goals and objectives in mind. Pay attention not to linger in relationships or friendships that are going nowhere, or settle just because you feel obligated. This is not a time to be complacent. If you want to create changes in your work, explore what your options might be. There might be an increase in finances, but this is not the time to be spending money. It's not the time to be spending money. It's about making wise investments. But there is going to be an increase in your finances, I know it. Bide your time and prepare for what is coming. This might also indicate that a trip or extended travel is on the horizon. You guys might be going on vacation, having a good time. If you do, take me with you. But that is what I have for y'all today, Aries. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.